Dance in 30 Days. I'm so pleased to have you here. Today we're going to learn our snake arms and we're going to build on that to our shoulder shimmies. So if you have shoulder injuries, you know your body best. I'll talk through a little how to work through that, but please don't overextend where you may not be able to. All right, let's talk about our snake arms. So with our snake arms, right, so normally we are in our nice W formation, and we call this a W. Our elbows are kind of softly bent, and we have energy in our fingers, right? We don't want our hands dangling like this. This is not pretty, right? We have nice energy in those fingers, and they kind of extend out. All right, let's start with the one arm. When you do your shoulder or your snake rolls or your snake arms, you start with the shoulder roll. Your shoulder comes up and around, all right? So that's, remember we talked about having our shoulders nice and down as if you have those beautiful, beautiful earrings that are dangling. This time you're gonna touch that earring, but ever so much as your shoulder goes back. And as your shoulder goes back, your arm comes up and your elbow kind of comes in line. Now some might do it a little higher. This is, of course, this is my range of motion. If you're a little bit more flexible and you can get up there, that's great. If you're not and you're down here, that's okay. But my range of motion puts me in line. So we go from our shoulder that goes up, our elbow comes up second, and then it flows out through our wrists and to our fingers. So again, we have nice energy in those fingers. So let's try that again. We're down here, shoulder roll, your elbow comes up, flip the wrist to the fingers. Okay? Let's try that with your arm already here. So we'll do it again. Shoulder roll, elbow up, wrist, fingers. Wonderful. Let's try the other side, okay? Shoulder roll, elbow, wrist, fingers. Let's try that again. Shoulder roll, elbow up, wrist, fingers. All right, wonderful. Let's put it together and try them both. Arms out in our beautiful W, and we'll start with our shoulder roll, elbow, wrist, fingers. 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 Wonderful. And as you start to take that to the next level and you practice and you become a little bit more comfortable with it, you'll start to do them simultaneously. As your shoulder is rolling, when you get to the fingers, your next shoulder could also be going. So you don't always have to wait for one to finish before you get to the other. Okay, so you can do them together. Yeah, how does that feel? Is that good? Keep those shoulders rolling, the elbows up, the wrists flexible, nice, strong in your fingers. Nice. Wonderful. Other variations of that can make them a little bit bigger if you want to have nice, big movements, or you can just keep them nice and small, whatever feels right for you. All right, let's shake that out and move that into our shoulder shimmy. So remember again, as we talked about in belly dance, it's all about isolation. As we're moving our arms and our shoulders, our hips are not kind of moving with it. That's layering, that's a whole other move. Our head stays nice and still, we don't move that. We just moving the arms and the shoulders. And yes, your chest will move a little bit with you because it is connected all together. All right, shoulder shimmies. Nice roll here. Let's start with one shoulder is going to go forward and back. Next shoulder, forward and back. Good. Do that again. Forward and back, forward and back. Now you can push it forward a little bit if you want with a twist. If you want to twist, that's fine too, if that's a little bit easier for you. If you have shoulder mobility issues and your shoulders don't move as well, a variation would just be to push it forward, push it forward, push it forward with a little bit of a twist. Okay? If that works for you, that's fine. All right, so we've got just our basic forward, forward, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Now we'll speed that up a little bit. Okay? Forward and back, forward and back. Now this is where you want everything to be loose. Don't tighten up in here. We want to have a loose neck, loose chest. Everything is loose because as you get faster, you're going to want everything to move. All right, put those arms down. And let's go ahead and practice this to some music. Snake arms. Nice and slow. A little faster. Really slow. Nice and big on those snake arms. A little faster. Small. Backward shimmy. All right, great job. Thanks for dancing with me today. Don't forget to like this video and drop me a comment on how things are going for you. I'll see you tomorrow.